Tonight, when you close your eyes, something strange is going to happen. Your brain will seal itself off from the waking world and begin building one of its own. You will see faces, hear voices, feel fear, feel joy. And none of it will be real. But here is what nobody tells you. The dreams you have tonight are not just dreams. They are a 300,000-year-old inheritance. And what your ancestors dreamed will change the way you think about your own mind forever. You dream every single night, even if you do not remember it. Sleep researchers at Harvard Medical School, including Robert Stickgold, have shown that during a typical night, you cycle through 4 to 6 separate dream episodes. That is a significant portion of your life spent inside a world your brain generates entirely on its own. And it has been this way since long before cities, agriculture, or written language existed. So what did ancient humans actually dream about? Picture a flat, open landscape under a black sky. No artificial light anywhere. Your ancient ancestor is lying on the ground, curled beside a dying fire. They are asleep. And somewhere deep inside their resting brain, something is playing out. Researchers have spent decades studying indigenous and pre-industrial communities to get as close as possible to the dream life of early humans. Kelly Bulkley, a dream researcher who compiled data across cultures, found a consistent pattern. Dreams cluster around the same themes regardless of geography or era: threat, pursuit, survival, animals, community. These are not random. They are the exact contents of waking life for a hunter-gatherer 100,000 years ago. And they are still the contents of your dreams tonight. Think about the last time you dreamed of being chased. Something behind you. Legs that would not move fast enough. That dream is ancient. Antti Revonsuo, a Finnish neuroscientist, proposed what he called the threat simulation theory of dreaming. Dreams are not accidents. They are a biological training system. Your sleeping brain runs threat rehearsal, placing you in dangerous scenarios so your nervous system can practice responding without the actual cost of failing in the real world. Every nightmare your ancestor had about a predator was a low-stakes rehearsal, the brain stress-testing its emergency circuits in the dark. And here is where it gets stranger. Dreams were not private for early humans the way they are for you. Sleep was communal. Your ancestor did not retire to a sealed bedroom. They slept surrounded by their entire social group. And dreams, in most pre-industrial cultures that anthropologists have studied, were not just something that happened to you. They were information. David Lewis Williams, an anthropologist at the University of Witwatersrand, documented how dream states among ancient peoples were the mechanism through which communities made decisions and interpreted events. Your ancestor did not file away their dream and forget it. They reported it. The group listened. What was dreamed shaped what was done. You do not do that anymore. You wake up, shake off the images, and move on. But the part of your brain that generated the dream has not changed. It is still running the same ancient software. It is still doing what Stickgold's research describes as memory consolidation and emotional processing, stitching together the events of yesterday, filtering out what matters, rehearsing responses to what frightened you. What changes across history is not what the brain does. What changes is what fills the world the brain is responding to. For your ancestor, the dominant inputs were immediate and physical. Hunger, cold, the sound of something moving in the grass, the faces of the people in your group. And because their world was full of animals, animals they hunted, animals that hunted them, animals filled their dreams the way screens and strangers fill yours. When you look at the cave paintings at Chauvet in France, some of them more than 36,000 years old, you find bison, horses, rhinoceroses, lions. Many researchers now believe these were records of dream visions, attempts to capture in stone something seen in the night mind. The dream was so vivid, so real, so meaningful that someone pressed pigment into rock to hold it there. Your ancestor believed the dream was real, not as metaphor. Sleep was not absence. Sleep was a different kind of presence. And the creatures you encountered there had as much weight as the ones you encountered by daylight. But here is the counterintuitive twist. Modern research suggests dreams are not just a byproduct of sleep. They may be one of the primary reasons sleep exists at all. Matthew Walker, a sleep scientist at the University of California, Berkeley, has shown that during REM sleep, where most vivid dreaming occurs, the brain processes emotional memories in a neurochemically unique way. Stress hormones drop. The same memories that felt painful during the day are replayed in a calmer chemical environment. The emotional charge attached to them begins to dissolve. You do not just dream, you heal while you dream. Walker's research found that people deprived of REM sleep showed significantly increased emotional reactivity the following day. Events that would have been manageable felt overwhelming after REM disruption. Your ancient ancestor who slept deeply and dreamed richly was, in neurological terms, doing the same thing you do when you wake from a difficult dream and find that yesterday's fear has somehow softened by morning. The dream did not erase the memory. It rewrote the file. And across 300,000 years, this is what your sleeping brain has been doing every night, taking the day's hardest material and putting it somewhere you could look at it without being destroyed by it, running simulations of threats you have not yet faced, weaving together experiences to find patterns that waking logic cannot see, building you every night, without asking. Tonight, when the sun goes down and you close your eyes, something ancient is going to happen. Your brain is going to seal off the waking world and build another one. You will move through it like it is real, because to the part of your brain that built it, it is. Your ancestor felt the same thing, and in the morning, they told someone, because the dream was not nothing. The dream was the mind doing its oldest work. Processing, rehearsing, healing, reaching toward meaning in the dark. Tonight, when you close your eyes, 300,000 years will close their eyes with you